The NBC Hoop Shootaround is back with you this week. My name is Derek Dockett, Associate Commissioner of New Media and Technology, and joined once again by our NBC Hoops basketball analyst, Adam Emmenecker. Adam, crazy weekend in the Valley. What's going on with you?
Oh, a lot of reasons to be excited. You know, in Des Moines, Derek, we've had a pretty mild winter, but Mother Nature decided to dump about 12 inches of snow on us, so we're heavily in that mix now.
Yeah, some snow in the upper Midwest, making things difficult for some folks. But you know what? You and I certainly didn't have a difficult time yesterday in that matchup with Wichita State that everyone was looking forward to yesterday.
Yeah, you know, the league's still buzzing about the weekend games. You're hearing it all the way, obviously, from Wichita. You're even hearing some ghosts over in Omaha talking about this game. But what a dominant performance from the Panthers. A 16-point win, up 13 points at halftime, and never really relinquished. They were in control of the game pretty much the entire time. And how about Seth Tuttle? You think he was ready for the big game? Goodness gracious, the guy goes 9 of 13 from the field, 10 of 13 from the free throw line, ends up with 29 points and 7 rebounds in just 30 minutes of action. It's really the first time, you know, you and I played really well. Washpun had a good game. It's really the first time we've seen a few chinks in the armor of this Wichita State team. And it's one thing to lose. I don't think anybody would have been surprised if they'd have lost that basketball game, but to see a double-digit loss, I think, was a surprise to many. The last time we saw something like this was their last conference loss. Doug McDermott had 41 points in the conference clincher in a 91-79 win over Wichita. So it's been almost 2.5 years since we've seen this type of game. Really interesting to see, but more so than it was a poor performance by Wichita, I think you got to give all the credit to the Panthers. Coach Jacobson had that team playing really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. That crowd was rocking. It was nationally televised, and you know what? The Panthers just came out and they did what they needed to do. So we'll see what happens. They meet again to end the regular season, this time in Wichita. So I'm sure the Shockers are going to be ready, and the Shocker Nation will certainly be loud and proud as well.
No doubt.
Also on Saturday, we had a complete slate of games. Everyone was in action. Illinois State winning on the road, Missouri State snapping a losing streak of their own. Some of your thoughts on some of the weekend action elsewhere around the Valley?
Yeah, you're starting to see, obviously, there's a little separation at the top of the conference when you talk about UNI and Wichita, and now UNI having a share of that number one spot. Illinois State keeps plugging away, like you mentioned. They've got an ugly 48-45 win at Loyola. The Ramblers continue to struggle without Milton Doyle in the lineup. Indiana State really is entrenched in that 3 spot right now in sole possession with a 7-3 record, winning against Bradley. And then Missouri State finally stops that skid. They've been kind of moving in the wrong direction, but got a nice home win over SIU. The other surprise of the day, the other surprise that people were looking around thinking, wait, is that a misprint? How about Drake with a home win over Evansville? This is a Drake team that started 0-5 in conference. They were 3-14 at one point during the season. They've won 3 of their last 5, and 3-2 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you start 3-12, 3-13, 3-14, winning 3 wins, getting 3 wins in 5 games is a big deal. And 2 of those wins, interestingly enough, Derek, Evansville and Indiana State. So 2 of the top 4 teams in the conference, the Bulldogs have had some pretty good success with. So pretty interesting to see. Not only do you have the big game at the top, UNI Wichita, but also a little bit of a surprise with Drake beating Evansville.
Yeah, you just never know. That's why we play the games. I mean, everyone comes prepared every night, and when you play this double round robin, obviously everyone gets to know each other real well. So that ups the ante, I guess, and makes preparation all the more important. So second half of the conference season is underway. We're about it's February 1st right now. Arch Madness about a month and 5 days away.
It's coming up.
It's coming real quick. So thanks, Adam. This has been another episode of the NBC Hoop Shootaround. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We look forward to talking to you again real soon.